What's up, Eagles fans? Welcome to the All-22 review driven by AAA. I'm your host, Fran Duffy, and today the Eagles falling short. Once again, they fall to 0-2, 37-19 to the visiting LA Rams. Just could not get things going. Defense could not get off the field in the first half. The offense only 3 points in the second half. A full team loss here in the opener at Lincoln Financial Field. We're going to cover it all, some of the big plays from this matchup right now. And we're going to start as we got to see Jalen Hurts, a big part of the offense in the opening half. A couple of plays here where he served as eye candy for the Eagles offense. This is the very first time we're seeing him. Here he is with quarterback Carson Wentz under center. You're going to see Jalen Hurts to his right, with Miles Sanders flanked to his left. So what we're going to see here is basically a triple screen by the Eagles offense. You're going to throw Miles Sanders out to the left side. You're going to put Jalen Hurts out to the right. Carson Wentz is going to drop back and pump fake to both players, try and get the defense to widen out, create a huge void in the middle of the field where Dallas Goedert is going to sneak right up the seam. So we'll just let this play out. Carson Wentz is going to take the snap. He's going to throw the pump fake to his left, throw another to his right. I've seen the Kansas City Chiefs do this time and time again with Travis Kelce, and that's exactly what they do here to open up the seam for Dallas Goedert. Carson Wentz drops back and hits Goedert over the middle of the field. It's a first down and helps set up the Eagles' first touchdown of the game. They go down 21-9 in the first quarter. All right, so after a Miles Sanders fumble on the opening drive, the Rams take a 7-0 lead. The Eagles get the ball back, and we see a little bit of Jalen Reagor, who actually throughout this game made a number of really tough catches over the middle of the field. I thought Jalen Reagor had a nice outing just watching the game live on TV. But we're going to see a nice completion here to Reagor, where we're actually going to see the Eagles give the Rams a little bit of a taste of their own medicine. Some really good misdirection here from the Eagles offense. Obviously, you see Carson Wentz in the backfield, Miles Sanders on his left. Here is Jalen Reagor. Now, he's going to come in jet motion before the snap, but when the ball is snapped, you're going to see Carson is going to hand this ball off to Miles Sanders to the right. He's going to act like he's going to hand the ball off to Miles Sanders on the right. The goal here is to get these guys at the second level of the defense going laterally to the bottom of the screen, where then you're hoping the ball is going to go to Jalen Reagor in the flat to the top. So we can let this run. We're going to see the ball snap to Carson Wentz. We're going to see the play action fake to Miles Sanders. You get the whole defense flowing that way. Jalen Reagor wide open on the underneath, and you're going to see him run for a first down out of bounds, move the change. We saw Jalen Reagor catch slants, dig routes over the middle of the field. No deep shots in this game as the Eagles try and game plan around Aaron Donald in that defensive line, but you saw Jalen Reagor incorporated in a number of different ways. This led to a field goal on the second drive of the game. All right, so the score is 7-3, and I alluded in that last play to the fact that the Eagles gave LA a little bit of a taste of their own medicine with that misdirection. Well, that misdirection is what we saw from the LA Rams all day on offense. Sean McVay called himself a hell of a game in this matchup, really dialed up a lot of great play calls against this Eagles defense. And really, their offensive scheme, their philosophy is all based off the stretch zone run and the boot action off of it. So real quick, just going to give you a quick little intro. It's the stretch run. So in this case, you're trying to look at the offensive line, everyone's blocking to the right. You're trying to get the defense all flowing in that direction. Sometimes you're going to hand that off, and you're going to see those backs work laterally to the sideline, stick their foot in the ground, and get downhill. Then, off of that, you're going to have Jared Goff have boot action, where it's a play action fake where he is going to move outside the pocket. All right, so it's not going to be a straight drop back off play action. He's going to move the pocket, and you're going to get receivers all flowing that way. So now if you're a defense, you've got to react to the run action, then get on your horse and come back. All these moving parts, all the different things you're worried about, but it all starts with that action. So we're going to let this play out, and you're going to see it's first down. They're going to go off the run fake. Jared Goff, again, what's it look like? It looks like it's boot action, right? He's going to be rolling to his left, and this is what you would often see. You get one receiver in the flat, one receiver intermediate, and one receiver deep. This is the staple. This is the philosophy of this LA Rams offense, and it's what you saw throughout the course of the afternoon. But you also get little wrinkles off of that. We broke down a similar play this week in Eagles game plan. Greg Cosell broke down a screen pass they threw last week to Robert Woods, where instead of him rolling to his right, he came back and threw a little screen pass to the top of the screen. This time, instead of it being a screen pass to the opposite side, it's just going to be a little dump off to Cooper Kupp, who hid at the snap as a blocker. He's going to release late and catch this ball. He's wide open because the defense, they're all worried about getting on their horse and getting back to their landmarks in zone coverage. Because again, You've got this guy running free. You've got a receiver running deep down the field. He's running to the flat. So these defenders, they're worried about stopping the run. Now you got to get back into your landmarks and zone coverage. No one picks up number 10 coming out of the backfield. We can let this play now, and you're going to see how wide open Cooper Kupp is. You can see 22, Marcus Epps, he's running to get back to his landmark. Turns into an X play for Cooper Kupp. Sets up another touchdown for the LA Rams. They go up 14-3. So Jared Goff starts 13 of 13 in this game, and the Eagles defense just had no answers for the LA Rams whatsoever. And you could see the first big stop came late in the second quarter, a sack by Brandon Graham on 3rd and long. And here's the play. You're going to see Brandon Graham at the bottom of your screen along the defensive line. But I want you to real quick count how many Eagles defenders we see. We see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which means we are missing 2 deep safeties on this play, which you can imagine are probably lined up in the deep halves of the field. So you've got Rodney McLeod down here, you've got Jalen Mills up here. Now, Jared Goff is going to drop back off this pass, and he's going to look to his right. He's going to be looking on this side of the field. Unfortunately, we don't have the All-22, so we can't see exactly what happens, but Goff is going to pump to this side and hold on to the football a little bit longer than he wants to. The coverage is there. What happens is up front, you get a little bit of a TE stunt. So you're going to see Fletcher Cox. He is the tackle. He is going to run upfield. Brandon Graham's going to play off that and dip underneath, and he's going to come right into the face of Jared Goff. We can let this play out, and you can see exactly how this turns into the sack. Again, Jared Goff drops back, empty set, nobody there. You see him pump fake there. The safety help over the top gets the defensive line enough time to get home. BG gets home for a huge sack of Jared Goff, and the Eagles force a punt, end up getting a touchdown before half. All right, so the score is 21-9 now. We're going to see another Jalen Hurts play. This play is actually the first play after the Cooper Kupp fumble. So this could have been a pivotal point in this game. Late in the first half, Cooper Kupp fumbles. TJ Edwards doing a nice job poking it out. The offense gets the ball in the red zone. And here's what we see on the first play. We're going to see Jalen Hurts once again in the game, this time lined up in the slot. And he's going to come in orbit motion behind the quarterback. And what that's going to do is that's going to get all of these guys in the gray jerseys and the white jerseys. They're all going to be pointing out, hey, alert number 2, alert number 2. They're worried about what he's going to do, possibly getting the ball in the flat. And what you're now going to see is this ball, this time, is going to go to Miles Sanders. So this is going to be a little bit of a counter run. He's going to start to his left, then work back to his right. You're going to get a nice pull here from the left guard, Matt Pryor, and you also get Zach Ertz in the hole as a lead blocker. And we're going to let this run. We don't have an end zone angle here, but we'll see this from the TV copy where you're going to see Miles Sanders put his foot in the ground, make that first man miss, and he's able to get into the low red zone inside the 5-yard line. Nice job by the Eagles there with the misdirection from Jalen Hurts. Miles Sanders following his blocks, makes that first man miss, sets the Eagles up for success in the low red zone. So a couple of plays later, after that Sanders run to get them inside the 5, he's able to punch it in. And there's not much window dressing here. This is just good old-fashioned zone blocking from the Eagles. And look, we've heard this from this Eagles staff in the past. The front side blocks on zone run games. So you're going to see the center, Jason Kelsey, working hand in hand with the left guard, Matt Pryor. They're going to work up to the play side linebacker. They're going to take 2 versus 2 on this side. So you're going to take the defensive tackle, Aaron Donald, and the play side linebacker, number 59, Micah Kiser. That's on Kelsey and Pryor. Those win games for you. But the backside blocks in the zone run game, those are the championship winners. And that's something that this staff fully believes. And the backside blocks here are going to be from Nate Herbig, number 67, and Lane Johnson, number 65. They're going to be responsible for the backside defensive tackle. I believe that's Michael Brockers, and the linebacker on the backside, Kenny Young. Outstanding job from those two working on this block. And we're going to let this play for a second. You're going to see the alley that Miles Sanders has to be able to work with. Outstanding job on this cut block by Lane Johnson. He's able to get off, cut off defensive tackle Michael Brockers. That's going to create a seal. Nate Herbig doesn't waste much time. As soon as he realizes that Lane Johnson has secured that inside gap, he immediately gets up to the second level. Look at the job he does getting up off of that. Sanders really decisively puts his foot in the ground and works off of those 2 players. He's going to work outside of Nate Herbig, inside of Lane Johnson, and he scampers into the end zone for a touchdown. Makes this a 1-score game. We can let this play. Outstanding job by those guys on the backside, Nate Herbig and Lane Johnson. Miles Sanders seeing what he's got working in front of him, and the Eagles are able to get into the end zone. Make this a 1-score game before halftime. Unfortunately, Only a field goal to speak for in the second half. This Eagles offense unable to really put the pedal to the metal in the last 2 quarters. You had some turnovers on offense. The defense unable to stop the run, get stops when it really mattered to get the ball back to the offense in advantageous situations. So a full team loss here for the Eagles. They dropped to 0-2. We'll be back this week. We've got plenty of analysis, not just with this game on the Eagle Eye in the Sky podcast fueled by Gatorade with myself and Greg Cosell, but later this week on Eagles Game Plan, we've got John Clark, Greg Cosell, Ike Reese, Mike Quick. They'll be breaking this game down as well as looking ahead to the Cincinnati Bengals. Make sure you tune in for that on PhiladelphiaEagles.com or the Eagles mobile app. Thanks so much for joining us this week on the All-22 review, driven by AAA.